What's up, guys? Back again. How's everybody doing? Good, I hope. Um, Today's episode, after coming down from that emotionally charged ride of emotion yesterday, is debt. Debt. The thing that college students have, the thing that homeowners have, the things that people who buy a car fresh off the lot have, debt. Debt is essentially the owing of money to someone in a form or sense that it is unpayable at the time, so you are stuck in a perpetual owing scenario. And debt is never good. You're never happy to just be in debt. But it is a part of life. I've tried to avoid it for quite a long time. I've tried to do things like not get credit cards just yet. I got my car that I'm currently owning from my parents, thankfully. But yeah, that was for the longest time a reason I didn't go to college, because I knew that college and debt are like hand in hand things that you will experience. So I aim to not experience that by just Xing college out of the, scenario of things that I need to do. I'm still happy. Excuse me. Still happy, even though I didn't go to college. But debt seems inescapable. Anytime you go to the hospital, unless you're just walking around with a savings of over $5,000+, you're gonna be put in debt. I had an experience with that not too long ago, where the insurance that I'm under wasn't put toward a bill, and boy howdy was that bill expensive. I'm talking like in the 2000s. Thankfully the insurance got worked out and all that, but overall the bill is still close to $200. And I'm also about to be put in debt this Sunday, because things like subscriptions are a surefire way, if you're not paying close attention to your money, to be put in debt. Because I'm about to have a negative balance, I think, on my Xbox Live subscription, because it was supposed to be taken out on my payday, which, if things are planned to be taken out on payday, you think you have to worry about them less. But not this, because it's taking itself out a week later, and I do get a decent amount of money, but if I don't have to save, or if I think that all my bills are paid, you usually don't save. And not saving because you think bills are paid only is a punch in the gut when you find out that you actually did not pay all your bills. I'm a person that gets paid, looks at all the things that need to be paid, and tries my best to achieve the goal of paying said bills. But if you don't have a handle or an idea of all the things that you need to pay, you are going to get bit in the butt with the unknowing factors of just generally not paying everything you thought you could pay. And it kind of sucks. To some people, debt is like, oh, I don't have debt, and good for them. Some people, it's like, yeah, I have debt, and it sucks. But to other people, debt is like going to become one of those things in their lives where they're just spending a majority of their life or a good couple of years to finish paying. And it is not fair to have debt, but it also, some of it can be self-inflicted. Living within your means is one way to not have or not accumulate debt. And when I say living within your means, taking the cash you have and only buying what you can afford with the cash you have. And to some people that's boring, and to some people that's the reason they money chase, because they want to live more extravagantly. And I can understand that. I can understand the chasing of the green just so that you generally have a more cush sense of living and a more stable form of, I don't need to worry about being in debt. But a person that gets paid minimum wage is just as capable of living within their means if the minimum wage, is worth a damn. Because not all minimum wage is worth a damn. And where you're living isn't robbing you blind of your valuable resources. Because there's a lot of things you gotta think of on the basic scale before you go into the expenses of life. There's food, there's housing, there's lights, which I guess goes in housing. There's gas for transportation if your transportation is any form of automated vehicle. And there is hygiene, all the things that you need to pay for to keep yourself healthy by keeping yourself clean. And then you get to the more heavy weighing yet equally important bills, such as clothing, because you can't wear the same clothes all the time, and clothes are not inexpensive. And then it gets a little higher, like Wi-Fi if you want wireless internet to entertain yourself. There's things like car insurance, which is in no way expensive. You can do it monthly or you can do it every 6 months, but you have to have a certain amount of money at a certain time to make sure everything goes swimmingly. There's car insurance, there's car repairs, there's just the general upkeep of all your belongings and possessions. And money is a loose term, or a loose form of currency and trade that is not so easily relied upon, even though on paper it should, just having more of it should make life easier, but that's not always the case. I'm realizing now I should have did debt after money, and that could have been its own little 2-part series, but the human brain thinks in mysterious ways. So, with that, debt sucks. Being in debt sucks. And there's only so many ways you can avoid being in debt, but debt seems to strike everyone at some point in their life. No one is 100% able to avoid what we call debt. Best thing you can do is prepare yourself for the debt by saving up money or living within your means to the point where you won't be put in a situation where the debt that you are in puts you in a long-term payback schedule, because nobody wants to be in a long-term payback schedule because of something that happened, like a simple doctor's visit that has you doing like months or years worth of regularly scheduled paying while still trying to make you live within your means. This is where I open the topic of discussion to the audience. Tell me about your debt, guys. Well, you don't have to if that's personal, but tell me how you handle debt. Tell me how you try to prevent debt, and to give me hints, tips, and just general advice on what you think can be done to improve the situation of not being in debt. If you like the video, leave a like. If you want to talk about any of the things I just listed, go ahead and leave me a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell so you get all the videos. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. See ya.